Super Dave here with another exciting review, and today is another Super Dave special, and we're going to be looking at the Spider-Man Wave Retro Series Kingpin by Marvel Comics. And wow, what a humongous package this is. Just to give you a comparison, to contrast, there's the Peter Parker package. Look how huge the card back is compared to that one. It's just unreal. It almost morphs it. I mean, it does. And the character is almost the size of this card back. And so we're going to be taking a look at Kingpin. He was a Build-A-Figure, a BAF, a number of years ago. And this package isn't so cool. It's one of those deals where you just about hate to open it. But we're going to break it open here in just a few moments. We're going to compare him to his predecessor, the Build-A-Figure one. We're going to be talking about how to turn one of his staffs, one of his little scepters there, into a red instead of the clear. We're even going to be looking at the heads and talk about how to give him a pointer finger so he can point at others. We're also going to try on some clothes. Yes, one of these guys are going to wear a real suit with a real tie. We got some clothes on eBay. We're even going to see, can you swap out body parts with the Joe Fix-It figure that's coming out now? Is that possible? We're going to be looking at all of that, and can't wait to break him open and look at him, because we're going to do some exciting things. Come on over to the review booth and let's check him out. Super Dave here with another review. And here is our Kingpin out of the package. Let's give him a spin. His real name is Wilson Fisk. He ruthlessly rules New York City's underworld with cunning and a keen intellect. He is bad to the bone. This crime lord is in his underground bunker right now, which he can live there and well hidden from all of those that might try to find him, whether it be superheroes or detectives. Of course, I'm not following the exact storyline with a lot of these characters that I'm using. I've got a combination of Marvel characters here, comic book characters. We even have Gears of War 5, Gears 5, Marcus Phoenix back here, and Augustus Cole back there, which of course are in this storyline or this scene mobsters that are henchmen for our Kingpin or Wilson Fisk. So
taking a closer look at Kingpin, the crime lord. See? Yeah, see? Yeah.
Let's take a closer look at our Kingpin, our Wilson Fisk. Wow, you can see that amazing head sculpt. Really, really good. I can't really tell. I mean, it's kind of a mix between, I don't know, what would you say, like a comic book face plus a realistic face, in my opinion. I just think that looks excellent. I really like the way he looks. Got the little handkerchief in his pocket. Got the scarf, which is different from the first release, which had the tie. He's got that orange vest, and he's got these purple pants and those really sharp looking alligator shoes. Alligator printed shoes, really neat dress shoes. Does have a peg hole in the bottom, and just is all around very sharp. You can remove this coat. You know, this is the body based on the Build-A-Figure, so you can pop these apart. And since we're talking about that, let's go ahead and talk about an important feature that everybody's kind of interested in. Can he swap parts with this? Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you can in some areas, but what's going to get you is the legs. The pegs for the legs, as you see, are very different. So you'd have to do some modification. The best thing I could tell you to do, instead of trying to do a modification of those legs, is to go ahead and complete your Kingpin and just swap out the hands. Because what you can do is you can unplug these Hulk-looking hands. They're tight. And you can plug in Kingpin's hands right up in there, And now you have, so what you could do, other than the fact that you're going to have this green neck, which you can kind of maneuver that collar, you're going to be able to um, complete that picture there, and his neck will be a little stumpy there, but you're going to be able to put that together and have Kingpin a whole nother suit if you want to. That would be the best bet. Then everything's going to match, your legs and everything, your arms. The arms will go in there, or vice versa, to switch out, but it's a little bit more of a, it sticks out further than it should. These fit better, the ones that come with it. This has got the real tie, whereas the Kingpin, the first release Kingpin's tie was basically molded in. So that's a really cool feature that I like about this particular body style that's coming with that particular, Joe Fix-It. But anyway, getting back to our figure at hand here, let's talk about a couple of other features.
Let's take a look at his accessories.
All right, so as we set him back on the stand back there, one of the things that we'll look at are his thing. This is the one that this Kingpin came with, and if you can tell on the camera, it is a brown stick. This scepter, or this little cane-looking thing, is a brown stick with, of course, the clear jewel, just like the one that came with the Build-A-Figure was a clear jewel as well with the black stick. But all you have to do if you want to make one of yours red is just simply, or if you want it blue or green, if you want it to be kryptonite and be a crime boss against Superman, just take you a Sharpie of whatever color you pick. This is an off-brand Sharpie from Target, and just color it. And it'll be translucent, catches that light, looks really good. Let's go ahead and get some light up closer here. You can see it catches, it's still transparent, and works just as good as anything that you would buy at the hobby store, as far as trying to find some paint that would be transparent, like glass paint or something like that. So that's cool. So other than the cane, that crystal, that scepter looking thing, he does come with this beat up looking head. And so I'm excited about opening my Punisher that has the motorcycle with the beat up head, because these two possibly could go at it and do some battle damage. Look at that vein in his temple, and he's angry, but this one's been beat up. Compared to the one that came with a Build-A-Figure, which is also an angry, yelling type face, but is not beat up. It's clean. And of course, he's got kind of a gray eyebrow here, whereas these are black. But everything else is pretty much on point, very similar, with the veins sticking out of that face and the double chin going on there. Just a lot of great detail, really nice looking bald head, like a realistic bald head. I mean, it's just, I like this character a lot. He's great. And I'm going to be using him, just so you know, in my universe, my toy universe, action figure multiverse, as a part of my G.I. Joe system. I mean, these Gears 5 guys and some of my Marvel, they're going to be some crossover with G.I. Joe. I'm looking forward to Kingpin working with Destro, looking forward to some of that. So I'm excited about breaking into doing the G.I. Joe reviews very soon.
Let's do a comparison. We'll get him.
All right, so the only main difference between these guys is, of course, like we covered, this one comes with an undamaged, non-beat up, angry face, and our new one comes with the same face, but it has the bruising of the eye and the scarring of the cheek and the upper eyebrow. And of course, this one has the white vest, and the new one has the orange vest. This one has the black shirt with the purple tie. This one has that blue scarf with that little gold jewel, and of course has the black buttons. This one has gold buttons. This one has a red handkerchief, little kerchief in his lapel pocket there, and this one has a purple one. And of course, this one had the brown stick, and this one has the black stick. This one has purple pants, whereas this one has white pants. But everything else is pretty much the same. This is still a Build-A-Figure style body, and is excellent. And again, I painted the scepter red myself, so that that was the same as far as the color there, if you missed that. But this is a really cool figure. He's huge. He's that, head honcho, game boss, mafia style mobster kind of boss dude of the underground. And I just think they're really cool.
Yeah, see? We're gonna put some clothes on. We're gonna dress him up, see?
Some clothes here. We're going to put on the clothes. Look at this. A real tie, a real coat, a real lapel, little handkerchief, a vest, pants, a shirt. I was trying to decide who I wanted to try this on. Well, because of this thick lapel, I kind of wanted to put it on this one, but because of that thick lapel there, I think I'm going to put it on the original one here because, well, first of all, it'll just be a replacement of what he's already wearing, but I think it's going to fit better without this sticking out and causing some problems with the tie. So let's go ahead and try on the clothes. And here they are side by side, both of these old mobster crime lords. You have the one in a more casual type suit environment, and then a one with real clothes in a very dressy. The black shirt, the purple tie, a real tie nonetheless, real little lapel pocket kerchief there, and real buttons, just nice threads. I'm telling you, I mean, just look at him. He's decked out with that. He's just looking awesome there. He looks cool without the coat on too, because the sleeves are actually black. So you couldn't do that, with the other one or this one. If you take the coat off, he's actually got black sleeves to go with the in real life. So that's really cool. But this is not necessarily a review of the clothes, but if you're interested, I will put a link in the description below of where you can get this on eBay if they still have them available. But this guy is really cool.
Now it's time for the articulation.
Starting off with the head here, he's able to look up about that much. Of course, he's got that hint. Oops, I popped it off, and I'm going to use that beat up looking head but he's able to look up a very good amount. Of course, it does look kind of weird that his double chin is missing there, the flesh. If he's looking up at someone, you're not going to be able to tell that, but it looks really good. I love this open mouth. Let's just look at that at more detail. See, it's actually open. You see his tongue back there, his teeth. You see the details of those scarring. Just very realistic. I just think it's really cool. The little red handkerchief in the pocket, just everything about him looks really, really cool, really good. Obviously, the real clothes, you can't compare it, but I think he looks very, very cool. He's able to look down all the way to that scarf on his neck. He's able to get not really much pivot in the way of pivoting. Of course, he can look side to side. As far as those arms, he's able to go better than 90 degrees. He doesn't have bicep swivel, but he has a pretty good swivel at that shoulder and at that elbow, single jointed elbow, that big ball joint. He's got hinges and swivel at the wrist. Really good joints there, like that huge ring he's sporting there. That's cool. And the other one has that as well. And he's able to go 360, and of course these will pop out of joint. As far as his that part right here, and I might take that off just to see So you can see it does have like that ball joint there that will turn from side to side, but it doesn't really go back very far. Maybe just a slight amount, and then it doesn't go forward that much either, just a slight amount that way. So you kind of see, get an idea there of where he's positioned on that. All right, there's no waist articulation, so you're going to be getting your turning from there because there's no waist articulation. Going to the legs, he's able to go out about that much with the splits. He does, of course, have thigh rotation because that's where it pops off there. He's got the ability to kick forward that much, back that much, and he has single jointed knees, of course. He's got rotation at the foot. He's able to only go up just a little bit with that foot and down just a little bit, not much, but he does get pretty decent rockers, so that's good. And overall, basically has very good articulation for an action figure of this girth and size. So just really, really nice all the way around. Excellent looking action figure. Great articulation for his size. Great detail paint work all the way across. I just think he's got exactly what he needs. I'm pleased with him. I'm going to be using him with, like I said, the G.I. Joes and the Avengers and different things that I think we can use him for just as a crime boss. But let me show you a trick on how you can get a pointer finger on this guy. I think it's something you may find interesting. Just go to the crafts shop. You can go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and get Sculpey Bake Shop Oven Baked Clay. And this is the flesh colored tone. I don't even see a name. Yeah, it says tan, so it is. It's the tan. And then you can also get a little brown, of course. When you mix it together, you're going to get a color that is as close as you're going to be able to get to the color of his skin, which is right here. Just make a finger. And so what you do once you make, it's very simple. I mean, it took me all of just a few seconds to do. You're just going to take that finger and you're going to get it shaped there the way you want it. If you want to put a little fingernail in there, you can. And then you're just going to kind of press that in to your plastic there and kind of mold it to kind of cover up, if you will, that index finger. And if it comes apart, that's fine. And on camera, now in person you're going to be able to tell it, but on camera it's going to look legitimate. I mean, you're going to have to kind of work with it a little bit and kind of get it the way you want it. But with that joint and everything, look at there from a distance. And like I said, you can kind of still shape that and press that in. From a distance, you would never know it, on a camera picture, just trying to get right. You're going to be able to bark orders and get that done just right the way he needs to as a crime boss, to tell him, take this prisoner, take this guy to the interrogation room. It's going to look good. Even from this angle especially, you can see that. It looks really good. You can't even tell it. You can add as much detail. The knuckle, like I said, got the little fingernail there. But you can add as much detail as you want to. And then you just put it in a Ziploc bag, a little small Ziploc bag with his heads, his alternate heads, and it'll stay fresh, because I've had this clay for a long time in a Ziploc bag and it hasn't gotten hard at all. So you just have to make sure that Ziploc bag is sealed and it'll work. So there you have it, my friends. You have Kingpin with a pointer finger. You have Kingpin, if you would like, with a red jewel on the end of his cane, if you would like, and even if you want to go and get you some clothes. Just make sure your wife doesn't find out, because then she'll really accuse you of playing with dolls. Okay? All right. Have a blessed day. Like, subscribe, share, comment, please, and come back and see us next time. I think we're getting ready to do our Punisher on his Harley, on his bike, and I'm excited about that. And so stay tuned for some great pictures of Kingpin in his set here.